Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about dengue. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture. Or you can directly visit to my channel, my student support system. What is dengue? Dengue is a viral disease caused by infection with dengue virus. This is an arbovirus and transmitted to man by infected Aedes mosquito. Dengue fever and its severe forms that are dengue hemorrhagic fever and dengue shock syndrome have become major international public health concerns. Dengue is endemic in more than 100 countries. India In India, the risk of dengue has shown an increase in recent years due to rapid urbanization, lifestyle changes, and environmental conditions such as deficient water management. The dengue is caused by a virus which is a form of uh, which is from the genus Flavivirus. This is the causative agent. Based on antigenic and biological characteristics, there are four virus serotypes which are DENV1, DENV2, DENV3 and DENV4. All four serotypes are equally responsible for epidemics of dengue fever with or without DHF with varying degree of severity. Mode of transmission. All of us know that it spreads through the bite of mosquitoes, that is known as vector transmission. Dengue is transmitted by the bite of Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes. The Aedes mosquitoes become infective by feeding on or biting the patient from the day before onset to 5th day of the illness. After an incubation period of 8 to 10 days, the mosquito becomes infective and now is able to transmit the infection. Once the mosquito becomes infective, it remains so for life. The population of Aedes aegypti fluctuates with the rainfall and water storage. Its lifespan is influenced by the temperature and humidity. It survives best between 16 degree to 30 degrees centigrade and a relative humidity of 60 to 80%. It means especially in rainy season. It breeds even in the containers in and around our houses. The mosquito is recognized by white markings on its body, like this. What are signs and symptoms of dengue? Dengue virus may be asymptomatic. This infection or dengue may be asymptomatic for many patients. Or when it has symptoms, these symptoms are fever with or without maculopapular rash, chills and high fever, intense headache, muscles and joint pain. Retroorbital pain means pain is felt behind the eyes, particularly on eye movement or pressure on the eyes. Photophobia also develops. Other common symptoms include extreme weakness, anorexia, constipation, altered taste, colicky pain in the abdomen, abdominal tenderness, pain in inguinal region, sore throat, and general depression. Fever is usually between 39 degree to 40 degree centigrade. Fever lasts for about 5 days and rarely more than 7 days, after which recovery usually completes. But sometimes complications may occur. And these complications are: number one, dengue hemorrhagic fever. Dengue hemorrhagic fever or DHF is a severe form of dengue fever. Dengue hemorrhagic fever have three stages. Number one, febrile phase. In this stage, there is a high fever accompanied by facial flushing and headache, anorexia, vomiting, epigastric discomfort, tenderness at right costal margin, and generalized abdominal pain. These are common. Occasionally, the temperature may go up to 40 to 41 degrees centigrade and febrile convulsions may occur, especially in children. Second is critical phase. This is especially dangerous. This phase starts usually on third day of the illness. There is an increase in capillary permeability. The period of clinical significant plasma leak, when the plasma goes outside the capillaries and blood vessels, lasts for 24 to 48 hours. The degree of plasma leakage varies. Pleural effusion mostly on the right side, and ascites may develop depending upon the degree of plasma leakage and the volume of fluid therapy. Severe hemorrhage may occur into internal organs. Then third phase is recovery phase. If the patient is able to survive the critical phase, then recovery phase may start, or client may go again in more severe condition. If recovery starts, the gradual reabsorption of extravascular fluids will take place, general well-being improves, appetite returns, gastrointestinal symptoms improves, blood pressure stabilizes, and diuresis occurs. Some patients may experience generalized pruritus and bradycardia also. Second complication is dengue shock syndrome, DSS. DSS is a very severe form of dengue. In DSS, plasma leakage that may lead to shock along with the severe bleeding and severe organ impairments. The patient may have hypoxia and acidosis. The patient may have can lead to multiple organ failure and sometimes death may occur. What are diagnostic investigations? Number one, RT-PCR. The dengue virus consists of RNA that can be detected by reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction, that is RT-PCR, from the blood samples of the patient. Then ELISA. ELISA and dot blot assay directed against the envelope membrane or the covering antigen and non-structural protein 1 can be detected in both patients with primary as well as secondary dengue infection. Then rapid diagnostic tests are also available. A number of commercial rapid format of serological test kits are available for IgM and IgG antibodies, and they can provide results only within 15 minutes. Then platelet count. Yes, it is also very important. Blood platelet count is important in determining the severity of the disease, and sometimes when the need for blood transfusion or plasma transfusion, we can decide accordingly. What is the treatment for dengue? Actually, this is viral disease, so no special treatment is needed, but depending upon the symptoms, treatment may vary. For normal dengue fever, only symptomatic treatment is needed along with adequate hydration. Encourage intake of oral rehydration solution, fruit juices and other fluids containing electrolytes and sugar to replace the loss from fever and vomiting. And paracetamol is given to control the fever. For DHF and DSS, means complications, the patient should be admitted in the hospital. Close observation is needed to detect the shock at early stage. For fever and dehydration management, we can continue the treatment that just we have discussed. with paracetamol, ORS and other oral fluids. IV fluid may be given if the uh, patient is having vomiting or refusing to eat or drink. Plasma expanders, blood and platelet transfusion may be given as per need. For prevention, health education regarding the prevention and control of dengue is an important step to prevent it, and control of mosquitoes is another important measure to prevent dengue. Insecticide treated mosquito nets are most universally useful measure for the prevention of dengue. Control of larva stage by eliminating the mosquito breeding sites, for example, filling and draining of the water collection, and especially because it can breed in the houses where the small containers are filled with water and they are left untreated, such as small plastic glasses in and around houses, tires on the roofs, and even in coolers. So they should be drained and cleaned at least weekly. The use of larvivorous fish, especially Gambusia, is well known in the mosquito control. General cleanliness is also helpful in eliminating the breeding places of Aedes mosquito. Isolation of the patient and preventing him from mosquito bites, and even using nets for the patients until fever subside also help in preventing further transmission of the dengue. Vector control also involves the application of pesticides in the form of fogging or mist using special equipments. The ultra low volume method of pesticide dispersion by air or the ground equipment has proved to be effective. Wear long sleeved clothing and long trousers when going outside to protect ourselves from mosquito bite. Apply mosquito repellent cream to the exposed skin. Use screen or net over the doors and windows. If no screen are available, then close the windows and doors. At night especially, use anti-mosquito coils or electric mosquito killer to reduce the number of vectors. In this way you can prevent dengue. Thank you students for watching this video. You can subscribe the channel, or you can like Facebook page for latest updates. For making your notes, you can visit mynursingstudents.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join Facebook group Nursing Notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.